I'm here with Nabeel Ahmed, the CFO of Outset Medical. Now, Nabeel, could you tell us about the origin of your company and the history of how you created such award-winning technology?
Sure. First of all, thank you, Shawn, for giving us this opportunity, and thank you for ACG for this opportunity. It's a privilege to be here. Now, in terms of kind of the technology, we were founded back in 2010, Shawn, essentially as a water purification company with some technology out of the University of Oregon. And at the time, Warburg Pincus, one of the biggest names in healthcare investing, was our seed investor. They didn't really know sort of where they wanted to take the technology. And then our CEO, Leslie, joined and saw this need in dialysis. And this need in dialysis was really rooted in what I will call indignation. So there are, for those of you who don't know, there are roughly 790,000 people with end-stage kidney disease, roughly 600,000 of those folks in the U.S. alone who need dialysis, and dialysis is a chronic condition. You do it until you get a transplant, or God forbid, right? And so what she saw was an industry where people were robbed of their agency, people were robbed of their sort of dignity, people on dialysis were told when they could dialyze, where they had to go. They didn't have control over their schedule, over their time, even where they got to sit, right? And so we took this technology, started at its water purification, and built a home dialysis device. And again, our premise, Shawn, is that we want to restore agency and dignity to patients, give them the ability to dialyze anytime, anywhere, sort of at their homes, and be able to be present in their lives. So we wanted to shift people from sort of having to dialyze, when they were told to be able to dialyze around their own lives.
How do you think your technology long-term is going to affect society?
Yeah, Shawn, so the movement is underway. So we went commercial in 2018. We got our home approval in 2020, and our focus now is on getting Tableau, our device, into the hands of more and more patients to allow them to sort of not be bound to these clinics where they're told when to go, how often to go, all that stuff, but rather to allow these people to be able to dialyze on their own time, right? So essentially, in the future, our technology is really going to be about getting more and more people back to where they need to be, getting them back to home.
From the beginning till now, was there any hurdles you had to overcome with raising capital or the funding for it? How did you go about the whole development of this amazing technology?
Yeah, Shawn. So we have raised about $450 million of private capital prior to going public in September 2020. Our initial investor was Warburg Pincus, to whom we're eternally grateful. And over time, we've been able to assemble kind of the who's who of medtech investing. Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, Mubadala, D1 Capital, of course, Warburg, and many, many others. And we're grateful to them, too, for all of their support. Now, in terms of challenges, the word sort of that leaps to mind for me is it's a little bit of conviction, right? I mean, we have been at this. 2010 was the founding, 2020 was kind of the home approval, and then late 2020, our IPO. It took a lot of people to have conviction in our story. We didn't, Leslie, our CEO, talks about having investors sort of not be interested given the audacity of what she was trying to do. I mean, our device, Shawn, it's about 36 inches high, it's about 18 inches square, and in this one box, we have water purification. We make dialysate fluid, the stuff that cleans your blood, on demand. We have a touch screen with a graphical user interface. We've designed something that can be used from the home to the hospital all in one box. That has taken a lot of engineering, a lot of conviction, a lot of time. And so one of the big challenges was having investors, having employees, having people who would be around for that ride and ultimately see it to fruition.
What excites you the most about this technology?
Shawn, what excites me the most is it is restoring dignity to human beings. Dialysis is an area where people were told that just good enough is all they would get. I mean, you need this life-sustaining therapy. You have to go to a clinic 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever your prescription is. You got to go between 1 and 5. So, that is disruptive on people's lives. We have one of our patients who is a musician. I mean, this guy used to be in a clinic. He now is using our technology at home, and he is able to actually go on tour and perform because of what we have been able to give him, what our technology has been able to give him. And so that is what makes us, that is what makes me the most excited about technology. We are giving patients freedom.
That is an amazing example. And your company is the winner of the Grow Award here today at ACG. How does this award, what does it mean to Outset Medical?
Yeah. So first of all, we're very, very grateful to ACG for this honor. What it means to us, it's really around visibility. So number one, it's visibility for all of the people who've been at our company on this 10 plus year journey of getting the technology launched, right? People who have worked hard, investors who have trusted us with their capital. This is visibility for them of kind of what it takes to sort of get this technology to fruition. That's number one. Second thing, it's visibility to dialysis patients. Dialysis patients, at some level, it feels like they've been ignored. We've seen all kinds of innovation in cardiology, in orthopedics, in all these stages of all these sort of verticals within healthcare, and dialysis has not seen technology innovation for years. We're only the second technology to get approval for use in the home. And so again, it's shining a light on the dialysis, on the renal space, I think is huge because we'd love to see more innovation in the space. And the third thing, Shawn, very honestly, is look, we are at Microsoft's beautiful campus in Silicon Valley, and med tech, which is what we are, is like in the shadows of all these tech giants, right? And I love the fact that you guys, that ACG, is highlighting a med tech company because not only do we build great technology like others, we get to do it in a way that also helps human beings on a very direct basis.
Nabeel, I want to thank you for your time, and once again, congratulations on the award today.
Thank you, Shawn.